Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. So this morning, it is Monday. This morning started off as one of those mornings that was just everybody was grouchy. So we got up and like we had planned to go to Slam, which is Sweat Like a Mother, at the park, but it was like 45 degrees. And you guys, Annie has been so volatile the past couple days and she's not sleeping. She's sleeping like maybe 2 hour she's eating every 2 hours. So she's sleeping like hour-and-a-half chunks. And so I'm exhausted. And then I get up, it's cold. So I was like, maybe we're not going to go anyway. Plus with her being so freaking grouchy, I don't want to go and then like have to leave halfway through and waste the money on a class. So I was like, maybe we're not going to go, whatever. Well, then the morning also, Ainsley is like head first into the Y phase. So she is like dove in and is in there deep and just everything is why. And so between the lack of sleep and then Annie pooped all over this chair and like out her diaper everywhere. So this morning I was just like in a terrible mood. Exhaustion was high, patience was low. I wanted to say curse words at my child all morning. So then I was like, okay, we are getting out of the house and doing something because I don't care if it's cold. We're putting on coats. We're going. So we went. Our library has been doing this thing all month, I think. I think it's the month of September. And it's called like a story walk. And so you go to the library and it's the first page in Pete the Cat and His White Shoes or something. And so then you walk and like our downtown is like one big street. And so you walk down and certain businesses, I think it was 16 different businesses, had a page in their window. And so you would, like, I think this is just a brilliant idea. So we walked the thing and like read the book as we went. And it's, spoiler, it's about Pete the Cat. He has these white shoes. He steps in something, makes them red. Steps in something, makes them blue. Steps in something, you know, makes them all these different colors. And then he gets home and he relaxes. And so we walked the whole strip and it's, I don't know how long it is, but it was enough that I felt like we all got kind of our wiggles out and it felt pretty good. It was pretty cold and it took probably like an hour because we were walking at a 2-year-old pace. And we missed one. I don't know how, because like it's a main strip, but then there's like side streets and a couple of them were on side streets and we missed one. So eek, we don't know what he stepped in that was red, but oops, I guess we'll never know. So that was really, really fun. And then I had put a ton of kids' books on hold at the library. So we ran in and grabbed those and then came home and we've just been reading and hanging out. And I'm like, why didn't I? First of all, my child loves books and we have so many in our house. But like giving her a new book or something is like easily 15 minutes of entertainment for her. She'll just look through it and like read it to herself. And so I don't know why I haven't been utilizing the library carry out more, because they reopened, I can't remember when, just for carry out, and they're still just for carry out. But it's been a while, so I should have been doing this a long time ago because I got her a whole bag and I've read most of them to her, but she's also just kind of looking through them on her own. And it's really great for like when I'm feeding Annie and that kind of stuff. So that's been our morning. We just ate lunch. Now we are just about to do naps and that kind of stuff. I'm sitting out on the deck because now it's like 65 or 70. I don't know. It was like 45 this morning. So now I'm sitting outside. We're going to do naps. And it's also like so much easier to get her to go take a nap because I read her a story, sing her a song, and then like leave. And if I'm like, hey, do you want to go read one of your new stories? Then she's normally like all for it. So I don't know, like I feel like this is something I hopefully just discovered that works for a while, but don't know. As far as my reading goes, I am about halfway, I think, through As Bright as Heaven by Susan Meisner, and it is so good. It is so good. So I was really intimidated about this book, and I don't know why. Like, historical fiction is not my jam, but if it's done right and like done in a very like palatable easy to consume way. I love it. And so this one is around World War I. 1918 is when it takes place, and it starts with the story of a woman and her 3 daughters, and they are moving from Quakerstown, so a small town, to Philadelphia, and her husband is going to be working with his uncle in a undertaker office, or why can I not think of that word? A funeral home, I guess is the word I'm looking for, a funeral home. And so he's going to work with his uncle there. And so they get there, and chapter 1, they lost a son. So a baby boy, he was, I think, like 6 months old or something, and he died. And so she wants to like go there and like kind of confront death face on, and like hopefully it'll help her get over the loss of her son. And like with that first chapter being about the loss of the baby, yes, I'm probably more emotionally tied into that because I have a baby that's little right now, but regardless, I think it like gets you sucked in, and you are ready to know these people's story, and you instantly love this mother, because no matter who you are, a mother losing her baby is tragic, and that woman deserves some sympathy. So I just love, and it's very short chapters. It goes between the mother and her 3 daughters, who are like, I want to say like 7, 13, and 15, or 11, 13. And I don't know. They're all young teenagers, I guess, and younger. But anyway, so that is going on, and then I'm not going to say a whole lot more, but the Spanish flu is also happening. And just that comparison to right now, and just the like school shut down, and hearing the thoughts of the kids and that kind of stuff, like made me so sad for our kids today, because I'm sure they had all the same fears. I mean, some of them I had as an adult, like, what is going on? Is this sweeping, like, can I go outside? You know, those kind of things. It was just a really, really scary time, and that was, I know, a lot more deadly than what we're dealing with now, but it's the same thing, and reading about it is very interesting and very, I don't know, like almost comforting to know that, like, as a world, as a society, we've been through this before, and we've made it out on the other side as a society. It is so tragic and impacts so many, so I don't want to come off as insensitive to all the lives that have been lost by the Spanish flu or by COVID. But on a societal level, to know, like, this feels so like something that has never happened before, and like so unprecedented, because in most of our lifetimes it is, but it has happened before, and as a society we will be okay. It's good to, like, it's comforting to hear that, I guess, despite the fact that, like, there's so much death in this book, and so much, like, she goes there. She does not save or protect anybody, and I'm loving it. Like I said, I'm only halfway through, and so much has happened, and I'm just so invested in this family, and I'm just loving it. So really, really liking that. And that's all I'm reading. But today is day 1 of the Kindle Clear Out Readathon. And so that one is one that is on my Kindle. It's due in 2 or 3 days to the library, so I need to get on it. And I'm just very thankful for this readathon, because it's making me pick up my Kindle and read all the stuff that is backlogged on there, and all the library holds I have, and all of this stuff. So I'm hoping the girls will go down together. If not, I think Jeremy's going to take Annie so I can maybe get a little bit of sleep. If not, I'm just going to lay and read and try to relax a little, and that's the plan for today. So the Chiefs play tonight, and I'm really excited about that, and that's the highlight of the day. So if I finish, I will get on today and let you know what I think, like what my final thoughts are. If I don't, then the rest will just be whatever we get up to this afternoon, and I'll check in tomorrow. everyone. It is Tuesday at like 1:30, and ignore the beautiful mess behind me, but we are just watching some Busy World of Richard Scarry, I think is what it's called. Do you guys remember that? It was a cartoon from when I was a kid for sure. I found the whole series on DVD for like $5 at Menards or something one day, and so I bought it because I remember watching it as a kid, and so we're watching an episode of that right now. But let's see, as far as yesterday goes, we didn't really do anything all afternoon. Ainsley and I did some Cosmic Kids yoga, and then we had dinner, which I should have vlogged, but I did not, because it's this casserole that I just love. Like, you use either quinoa or cauliflower rice, whichever, and I normally do a tray of both. And then you make a sauce out of cashews and carrots and stuff, and then put broccoli in it, and then chickpeas or garbanzo beans, and then shrimp if you want, or anything like that. And you just layer it and mix it all together, and it's so good. And so I made that, and then you top with cracker crumbs. So I did that last night, and it was really good. We ate, and then just kind of went to bed. Like, nothing. Oh, the Chiefs played last night, and they won by a lot, but I didn't watch the end because it didn't start till like 7:15 or 7:30. So that's that. Today we went to the park, and we went to another park. Our town, I feel like, now that I'm like vlogging it, I feel like we have a lot of parks in this town. So we went and saw some geese, and then played for a while, and Ainsley rode her bike. She did so good. And you guys, this girl, I have a like phobia of porta potties. I hate them. I hate them at like. In fact, I have given myself like UTIs from holding it for so long because I will not pee in a porta potty. For some reason, they freak me out. Well, God gave me a child that has like an overactive bladder. Everywhere we are, no matter if we go to the bathroom right before we leave or not, she has to go to the bathroom. So porta potties, like, she has made me not as phobic about them. So we went to the bathroom there, and I'm always like, don't touch anything. I'll get the sanitizer. Like, I hold her up, and it's just a mess. But so we played, and then we came home, and we have like been doing nothing since. Jeremy is in an all-day meeting, and so it's just us girls, and we have been like doing some more yoga, and we ate lunch, and it's just one of those days. Like, Annie, I think I slept maybe a cumulative 3 hours last night. And so I'm like just kind of trying to get by. We went to the park all morning, so we were gone all morning, and then now we're watching this show, and might just be kind of like a screen time afternoon. I don't even know. I hate doing that, but some days it's just necessary. So as far as reading goes, last night I finished As Bright as Heaven by Susan Meisner, and I'm giving it 4 stars. I thought it was really well done. Like, it is about a family who is impacted by the Spanish flu. And so they moved from Quakerstown to Philadelphia, and then the parade that brought, like, basically was an outbreak of the Spanish flu happened, and their family owns a funeral home. And so they are kind of like surrounded by death, and they're getting like bodies dropped off at the door, and people are just dying left and right. And their family and friends are not spared. And so I think I said before, like, she goes there, she kills off characters that I would not think she would. And also there is a family friend who goes to war because it's in the middle of World War I. And so we see the effects of that on him and on everybody else involved with him. And so the book is told in 1918 and 1919. And then it jumps forward to like 1925, I think, 6 or 7 years later. And so we get to see the impact of the Spanish flu on this family and this community. And then we get to see like how that continued to impact the people and the lives. And I thought that part was really good. I didn't like the like 1920s stuff nearly as much as the original story, but it was kind of like I see the purpose. The purpose was really just to show us like the long-term effects. And so it's not as like traumatic, of course, as the war, Spanish flu, like that whole time. So, but I just thought the writing was like very, Krista from Books and Jams, she really likes Susan Meisner, and she said she thought I would like her because, and I said, you know, is the writing too like lyrical or too like flowery and hard to understand? And she said, no, it's very beautiful, while being accessible or something. I forget what word she used, but it is. It's very well written and very beautiful, but very, very easy to read. So I am highly impressed by Susan Meisner, and I would definitely pick up another from her. I learned a lot too about the Spanish flu, and I just thought it was so good. So now I have not picked up anything yet today, just because if Annie is awake, she's not happy, which is kind of happening right now. She's just waking up and getting grouchy, and then we've just been busy. So I'm trying to, if we're going to do screen time, at least like be engaged with them. So that is that. So hopefully nap time. I don't know if I can get both girls down at the same time. Annie's been like eating at random times, so I don't know what she'll want to do, but if I can get them both down, I'm going to start the Cookbook Club by Beth Harbison, and I am so excited for this one because I think the Cookbook Club is called like Just Add Butter or something, and it just sounds perfectly like cozy, and it's like, it was 45 degrees when we were at the park this morning, so I just bundled everybody up because I was like, we cannot stay inside, and so we went, but so it's like a chilly day here, and I should make soup, but it's Tuesday, so I'm doing Tuna Tuesday because I'm lazy. But like it's perfect like crock pot and baking season, and so I hope that this book like motivates me to do that because it does have recipes. So anyway, that is what we're doing. I will check in when I have more to say. You guys, it is 6:40 p.m. and that's right, I'm in my bed. Like, I need to get on and like commemorate this moment because my husband, we just ate dinner and he was like, why don't you just go up to bed and I'll bring Annie when she needs you and you can just hang out up there for a little bit. What? Okay. Like, he was like, why are you still standing here? And he was like, I thought you would run. And so I'm up here by myself, maybe gonna take a little pre-bed nap. I don't even know. Like, Annie just fell asleep after being like so upset, and so she's asleep, and I didn't get a chance to nap or read or anything during nap time because my husband's grandma called me, so I chatted with her, and so now I'm gonna start the Cookbook Club and just chill. Like, you guys, it's 6:40 and I'm in my bed. This is amazing. Just thought I'd get on and remember this glorious moment. It is Wednesday, September 30th, and it's almost 10 o'clock, and I am up here in my office waiting to film my September in and out. I don't even know if you can call it an in and out because it's pretty much just an in. So if you haven't seen that, I will link it somewhere if it's already been posted. I'm not sure. I think this actually might come out before that, but either way, today is just a beautiful day. We have been having lows in the like 30s and 40s, and it's been really slow to warm up. But today it's already 64 degrees. And so I think we're going to try to get outside and just have fun and enjoy the weather. And I think I've talked about it multiple times before. The kids' scrapbooks that I make, I am still taking monthly pictures of the girls, or of Ainsley. Annie I do every week until she's a year. And then Ainsley I do every month until who knows when. And so today is the 30th, which means she is another month old. And so I'm going to do that at some point today, but really no plans today. So yeah, as far as reading goes, I think last time I checked in, I was in bed. It was like not even 7 o'clock. And it was so funny. Last night, we have a couple like really squeaky doors. And so Ainsley put on safety goggles and like, cause Jeremy has a bunch, he does so many things that he's got safety, like glasses, goggles, whatever you call them. And so Ainsley put on some and he tied them in the back. And you guys, she looked like the cutest little nerd I have ever seen. Like, she was just so dang cute. And they're like so big on her face. I just loved it. And they went around and fixed all of our squeaky doors. And so they did that while I was laying in bed. And then Ainsley came in and I think I talked about it. Yeah, I talked about it Monday, all those books from the library. So her and I read a bunch of those. And then Annie did better last night. So, like, I feel like a new woman. Like, because Annie slept, like, 3-hour chunks instead of 2-hour chunks. And so I may have figured out a secret, or it may have just been a coincidence, but I didn't let her eat as much. And so I don't know if maybe she was waking up because she was gassy, and so then eating less helped. I have no idea, but I'm fingers crossed that it will continue. So as far as reading goes, I think I started that and then said something different. I didn't get nearly as much as I thought done. Like when I laid down at 6:40, I thought, okay, I'm going to read for an hour, and then the girls are going to come up. I'll do bedtime and all that kind of stuff, and then continue reading. But I didn't, because Ainsley came in and that kind of stuff. And then I watched the presidential debate. Well, I watched as much of it as I could. You guys, I don't want to make this channel political, and I won't go overly political, but it was something that I was ashamed to let my 2-year-old watch it. I think her manners are better than theirs. And I just think, I don't know. I don't know what to say. And, I feel my heart breaks for my, minority people, marginalized groups. I don't know. I really am hoping that things change. I don't have a whole lot to say. And I had to stop watching 30 or 45 minutes in because I just couldn't stomach it. I know who I'm voting for. Unfortunately, it's kind of the lesser of two evils. It seems like that's always the case. And so to me, there's a glaring difference in between the candidates. And so I'm going to use my vote. So if you have not registered to vote, please do it. Please do it. Whatever your opinion is, it needs to be heard. So please vote. All that being said, though, I didn't read then either. So all the reading I did was in the middle of the night. And I still read 45-ish% of the Cookbook Club by Beth Harbison, and I am loving it. So far, so good. It's about this woman that decided to start a cookbook club. So once a month, twice a month, I can't remember. Maybe once a week even. I can't remember how often it is, but they try a different cookbook. And so everybody brings a dish from that cookbook and they cook it, and they just eat and hang out and whatever. And so she decides to host it, and then 2 women come the first time. I'm calling her Asia. I don't know. It's AJA, and it actually is her initials. And so her name is Alexandra or something, but she goes by Asia. And then Margot, and I can't remember the third's name. You would think I would, but they are the Cookbook Club. And so after that first night, the girl that Tristan or something, she's the one that posted it, and she says, I'm going to take down the posting. I don't want anybody else to come. I want to make this an intimate group of 3 women. And so all 3 women have different things going on as they do. And they come together and do these things. And so it's very, very foodie based. If you like books about food and cooking and recipes and that kind of thing, definitely check this one out. If you like books about female friendship, definitely check this one out. If you like books about romance, there's that in there. There's 2 kind of second chance or childhood sweethearts that have come back. Loving that. We all know that is my bread and butter. I love it, love it, love it. And so this book is shaping up to be a potential 5-star for me because it's got just everything I love. And so I am really enjoying that. Can't wait to read more. I don't know what today's going to hold. Hopefully some good naps later. I still got up at 6 or, I don't know. I woke up pretty early anyway. But it feels good to get a little more sleep. Jeremy is off today, and so that is fun too. I don't even know. I feel like the world is my oyster today. So maybe get some reading done. It might have to be tonight. I don't know. I will update and let you know. Hey everyone, it is Thursday at 11:30 maybe. We are just sitting on the floor playing. We went to Slam this morning and did a workout, so that was really fun. It's chilly still, but it was nice. It got to be 50 or 60. I think it was almost 60 by the time we left. And so then I was supposed to have a telehealth conference with my OB after it's my surgery follow-up, and it was at 11. So I rushed home, got everybody settled and ready by 11, and I called at 11, so I don't know what time it is now, probably noon, because I called at 11:30, and they were like, oh, yeah, he's just running a little late, and so I'm like, okay, so that's just the thing. I don't even know. Sorry, we had a arm pulling incident. So and this is why, like, my baby does not get nearly as much tummy time as Ainsley did, because I'm just fear for her safety. And so anyway, as far as reading goes, last night I finished The Cookbook Club by Beth Harbison, and like I said, the first like 75% was almost like 5-star for me. And then the end, like, I was like, wait, what? It just stopped. Like, no, like, it wasn't wrapped up at all. And now this is an ARC, so maybe the finished copy will be better, but like, it literally just ends. But it has an epilogue that like is worthless. And so I don't know. So I rated it a 4 stars. That you also kind of had to suspend your disbelief about a couple things, but that didn't bother me. It's about 3 women. So there's Margot, and she is going through a divorce. And also I want to say, don't read the back of this book because it gives away a ton of stuff. I mean, it's a women's fiction, so it's okay. Like, it's not super suspenseful or twisty, but like, anyway, so Margot is going through a nasty divorce, and he left her his family farmhouse because it's like so dilapidated. It's going to take so much money and like work to get it functional. And so she still loves it though. And so she's going to pay to have it renovated. Hold on just a second. So she's going to pay to have it renovated. And so there's a romance with the handyman. And she also has a YouTube channel. She does like healthy recipes, and she did it for her mom. So her mom could see, like, because her dad has heart issues, and so she was sharing healthy recipes. And her channel blows up, of course. Anyway, that's Margot. And then there is Asia, and she is engaged to kind of a cruddy dude. And I don't want to tell you any more about her story. But the back of the book reveals a lot, so tread with caution on hers, but hers is interesting. And then there's Trista, who is the 3rd and final woman. You guys, I'm so sorry. I have been waiting all day to film a quiet clip, and it's just not going to happen. So Trista is the 3rd woman, and she is just traded her law career to be a bar owner. And Ainsley, stop. And she decided that she does not want to be in law anymore, so she's going to own this bar. And I felt like her story was the weakest of all 3. She's the one who organized the cookbook club, and yet her storyline was super duper weak. So though that is like kind of a bummer that they weren't more evenly proportioned. And really, like I said, just the fact that the ending was like so abrupt. It may be a series, and I hope it is, but even if it's a series, like, this was just not a good way to conclude a book. So maybe the finished copy will be better. It comes out October 6th, I believe. No, I think it's actually October 20th. It comes out October 20th. And so we'll see if it's better or not. But really like the beginning. And I still like Beth Harbison a lot. And her writing style is great. So that is everything. I'm going to stop this vlog here and start another one for the second half of the Kindle Clear Out Readathon. And so it feels really good. I got one that was due back to the library done, and then one that is on my NetGalley shelf done, and so that feels good. And then you will just have to tune into the next one to see what I pick up next. So thank you for watching. If you're participating, let me know how your Kindle Clear Out is going, and we'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.